The market predicts a two-horse race in the weight-for-age Mercury Sprint. Sean Tarry's multiple Grade 1 winning sprinter Lucky Lad and Brett Crawford's At My Command look set to dice it out. The two net in the Grade 1 Golden Horse Sprint down the straight at Hollywoodbets Gold.
Lucky Lad still got 5 or 6 to go. Quasi for sure's just in front of that one. Sun Blushed At My Command coming to the 300-meter marker now. Cruise Control takes it up. It's Cruise Control. Hit the Mart Sunshine. Sun Blush. Surjay on the inside. It's Cruise Control over the last 100 meters. Running on strongly as I Am Giant. Then comes At My Command. Coming to the last 100. They're coming from everywhere. Oh, it's too close. 4 of them across the line.
Lucky Lad flew up, having encountered traffic problems, to claim honours in the dying stride from At My Command, I Am Giant and Cruise Control, who also line up here. Unlike Hollywoodbets Scottsville, the track in Durban at Hollywoodbets Gravel, with its 400-metre run-in, sees the Mercury Sprint take place around the turn. It's the only Grade 1 sprint in the country to do so, placing greater importance on the effect of the draw. A quick look at the field will show Lucky Lad drawn widest of all, with At My Command holding an advantage with gate 5.
Lucky Lad is doing well. He's had a good prep into this race. Obviously, he's a very talented horse, but drawn very deep. If he has some luck in running from the draw, he'll be a massive runner.
At My Command, this boy's doing really well back at home. Last time round, I think it was just a draw that killed us in the post merchants. Unfortunately, drawn widest of wide, it's never going to help you in a sprint race, especially down at Gravel. So, he's absolutely flying. Regular pilot Zachy aboard, and on his work and well-being and how he's come out of the post merchants, I really do make him to be a big runner. He's also got a peach of a draw, so he can just get nice and settled and in a good place and running for nothing. And Craig knows him best. He does take a little bit of time to unwind, but he showed in the post merchants Gravel's definitely not a straight that's too short for him. So I'm very pleased with him. I think between him and my other 2 stable companions, it's going to be hard to beat us 3. But I do still have a healthy respect for 1 or 2 others in the race, but I do think from their draws they're going to have a bit of work to do. Surjay is doing very well back at home. He's got a nice draw here of 2 with the regular pilot Louis on board. I think we just might have over-prepared this boy a touch just going into his last start. I also think that if he had maybe got a little bit of cover early on, it could have been a bit of a different race from there. But he's come out of that last run well. I'm very happy with his work at home and what he's doing. I do make him to be a very big runner. I do have some healthy respect for 1 or 2 others in this race. But he's doing very well back at home. If he can bring his best foot to the races and just get some cover early and run on late, I really do make him to be a big run on the day. And I think it is also a bit overdue for this boy. He's always been there and thereabouts with the likes of Isivungu and Thunderstruck. So it's a matter of time before his day in the sun, and I'm hoping that the Mercury Sprint can be the day. I'm Giant. Absolutely flying at the moment. His last run, he was a little bit unfortunate. He got caught out, not wide, but when he went to go make his run, he got a little bit of interference with the stable companion. He peeled off with his run and the stable companion was hanging in. So unfortunately he had nowhere to go, and he was really flying the best home out of all the horses in the finish. So I think the post merchants, you can put a little bit of a line through. I think I still do think it was a good run, and he was just a bit unfortunate in running. But I think now with that draw and with Cabela on his back, and the rate of improvement he's shown me throughout this year, I really do like this horse this year in this race. He's absolutely flying. He's just a horse that's improved, and he's shown that he's capable of competing and potentially even winning a Group 1 level now. So he's doing really well back at home. I couldn't have him in a better spot, to be very honest. And with healthy respect to a couple in the rest of the field, especially Sean's horse Lucky Lad, but Lucky Lad, he is going to have quite a bit to do, and this isn't the Scottsville Straight this time around with the 600 meters. So if he's caught a little bit napping, I think we could get the better of him on the day.
Your lovely horse, Royal Aussie. Tell us about his prep coming into the race.
No, it's not a good prep. Unfortunately, he had a virus, and we had to scratch him out the Gold Challenge. The whole idea was to bring him up here for that. We missed that, but he's deadly over 1400, as you saw in the drill hall.
Royal Aussie now asked to come home. Cousin Casey's looking for a way through. Gladiatorian's on the outside. Royal Aussie on the inside. Royal Aussie now driven into the lead. Cousin Casey exploding through late on, but it's Royal Aussie, Gladiatorian and Cousin Casey. Royal Aussie from an unlucky Cousin Casey.
I don't think the sprinters are that great at the moment around. Sean's colt won at Scottsville, but I think he carried 54. Dyce had 60. I just don't think the sprinters are of a high level. I mean, if we had to say horses like JJ the Jet Plane, Charles Dickens, What a Winter, those are horses that I thought were of amazing standard. So I'm taking a pot here at what I think is, if I had to choose between the Champions Cup or the 1200, if I look at the types of horses, I'd go with the 1200. So that's pretty much what we've done. His work today was really good, and certainly a horse, maybe a little dark horse. Wouldn't be surprised to see him surprise a lot of people here.
Your other runner, Snow Pilot. How's Snow Pilot doing?
I just think he's over racing at the moment. He's over 1600 meters. We went to the front in the Guineas, and all of a sudden he hung, which cost him that race. And his next start he just over raced. So back into a sprint. I might put a pair of scoops on. It's going to sound like madness. Got a horse that we can't settle over 16, but now we're putting him over 1200 and putting blinkers on. But it might just give him that little edge. And as I said, it's just wouldn't surprise me. He's such a high-class looking individual, beautifully bred. His mother did exactly the same thing with. I brought it back to the 1200, and she got beat a short head. Lau Hudson caught us on the line, snow dance. I'll never forget. So I did the same with his mom. Maybe he can do the same and run right there.
This Grade 1 is the only Grade 1 sprint around a turn. How important is the draw, particularly at Gravel?
Over 1200, it does make a difference. Over 1200, because you're going so fast, there's going to be pace. Being a sprint, the horses are going to go. It's when you start going to the 1600s, the 1800s, the 2-2, where the guys they go 200 meters and they put a handbrake up. You're not going to get a handbrake up in a 1200. The guy's going to jump and they're going to go. So draws do play a part here, because it's just easier. Some of these horses are so fast, to get around them is very hard. They're all quick. They're all speedy types. So you think you're going to get around a 5 furlong specialist, good luck. And you'll be wheel spinning on the outside trying to come round. So I was very happy to see my horses draw well here. I had Casimir before, had to drop him out from the back of the field, drawn 12 out of 12. Rio Kawari, same thing. They were horses that should have won this race, but they were just drawn impossible territory. I'll never forget Casimir coming through the field from stone last. It was incredible. So yes, in this race I would look at the draw. Certainly saying that's drawn really wide. You might need Richard Faree, so that does help. I think Sean's also drawn a bit wide, but it's got Richard on. Yeah. So hopefully he finds a bit of trouble.
13 runners go to post in the Grade 1 Mercury Sprint. It's carded as race 6 and goes off at 15:30.